Well, hello there. Get squared away here. Running just a little behind today. I should have told that to wait. That's okay. GoLand isn't updating, so we can get that popped up. Okay. That, we will need to, start the database, though. Let's see, that's good. Perfect. Okay, that's running, and now we can get down to this. Let's close that for now. Okay, so we were thinking about how do we want to do this notification business. Oh gosh, my camera's gone all blurry now. Let's fix that. Wait, did it fix? No, it's still crap. Let's see if you will. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I have spent very little time thinking about this because I've been busy with other things. We don't totally want to use the same stuff as the message bus. The message bus very intentionally does not import character. We use UUIDs because that we can just import willy-nilly everywhere. There's no circular dependency issues with that. And we don't know about characters at that level, really, other than by ID. Character itself, though, in all of the ways that we're going to need to interact with it, we're going to want pointers to those characters. And I'm thinking about when we do attacks and stuff like that, right? That needs to go into the message bus because it needs to be synchronized through Game Manager. It needs to run in the game loop. So that's going to have to call that event, which will fire the attack. But ultimately, in the state machine, we're going to want like a target character, right? So and in our client handler here, we can switch on the type, and we could use the game manager, or the game events rather, type in there still. It's just going to change the signature of the character handler. Character handler. By which I mean the character package handler function. Or method in this case. But I'm probably okay with that. Here we have to type assert this, and we would have to do that again. I would really rather only do that once if I can avoid it, right? And if we pass like an update type struct into this channel, then in our client handler, in this case, we could just build a string based on what's happening for like a room enter and exit. We could do that. We do have a room information property in the struct. And I would really like to be able to kind of leave the door open for client changes later. And the client handler is kind of that place, right? And as much as I don't really want to like spin up a new struct just for a new thing, you know, just to handle that, I kind of think we have to. It adds complexity, right? But it solves a lot of problems, and I don't have a better idea just yet. So instead of character notify in here, what I'm thinking, we might just do a character events type of thing. It's still in the character package, just for visual organization, right? We can split it out to this file here. Then in our character enter, we can yank the room data out again. Let's copy this for now. So we do that. We do this again over here. This is notify event now, though. And then this goes back to being format error. Like so. And then if we're going to do this way, we'd want to create this struct, right? So I'm thinking what the struct should look like. Maybe we should have a couple. Not sure. We have entering, exiting. Status effects don't currently have any text that goes with them. They just do things. We could fire off a notification to the character. We'll worry about that later, though. So notify enter, notify exit, and then room looks. Room looks are a thing. And notify other action, which also is a thing. Could do this one's kind of the wrinkle in the plan. I guess we could do like a I guess it depends on what we're doing here, right? What are we notifying? Right now, only this is, there's no users, no consumers. But we could tie this into like a skill or an ability, rather. And give it like a notification text type deal. That could be a thing. In which case that would, you know, kind of do this. And we could have like a generic thing, I guess. That would allow you to really be better about a lot of things. Localization, changing like the text of a thing. Like, what does your skill look like to a third party, right? That sort of thing. Which all kind of argues for this sort of an idea. Could do um, could do, and this needs to be exported because client handler and whatever NPC controller we make will need to use it. So we can do room occupant change, maybe? So thinking we can use this for both entering and exiting, right? And both for you and for a different character. Vent type. Oh, my Delio is off the screen. Let's fix that right quick. There we go. I accepted a side gig to draw AutoCAD drawings for a construction company. I know nothing about AutoCAD or constructions. I'm trying to automate this with Three.js. I know nothing about Three.js either. I'm either cooked or a genius. What if you're a cooked genius? But also, yeah, it seems like knowing something about any of that might help you. Okay. So, the other thing we still need a topic, as in who is moving. But it'll be a character and not a UUID in this case. And then room occupants. Should be a list of character pointers if we did that. The other thing we would need is the room data, which is fine. We have that. Room information. Can we build everything we need from that? We build the map, the exits rep map here. Actually, we could put that in there after we build it. No, we put that in current room info. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. Over in character or client handler, we have a pointer to the character, so we could call our string builder for that still. Because we put that into the character, we don't actually need this here. What we do need we would need the game events room data. Because this is going to have our message and our descriptions, etc., etc. Which one of these did I already move? None of them. Okay. Must have copied instead of cutting. That's fine. So over here, character exits. This is character enter. We need this in character exit as well. And then we're going to build this room data like this. what we're going to want to do, I think. This looks kind of wonky, but we want to do this so that no matter what order, whether you notify before you take them out of the room in the map, or I guess it doesn't really matter. No, it's because we built. Okay, yeah, we built the occupant list after we took them out. But if for some reason we didn't do that, or we forgot, or it got changed, this keeps us still notifying everybody. So it looks a little bit wonky, but it's for preventing human error, right? If we change something later. If we notify exit, though, on each of these characters, we'll have to go through the list twice, which isn't the end of the world. I think this does a lock on this, though. It does. So what if we did... if we did a list version... and we did that... for now, we can return nil. How do we know... we make 2. No. We return a list of these guys as well. We'll a list of UIDs and try to resolve them to character pointers or online characters. If an ID is not online, will be placed in the list of UIDs returned. Let's try that out. Let's see how we like that. We need to lock you. Need to defer the unlock. And so what we're going to do here... yeah, we need to do this because... we were going to turn an empty list if there is an empty list. Okay, and then... go through this list. And our characters... hey, Sai, how's it going? It's alright. It's alright. Been a long day, but, you know, making some progress here. Because we map these guys, we can do the same thing here. And then, if not okay, air IDs, ID. Getting you. Otherwise, if it's good, we append that. Return both of those, like so. Okay. Now, let's see here. These both, what do we call you? We called you a room occupant change. We need to stop real quick and think about This doesn't need an event type. We're gonna have to interface this because it has to all go through the same channel. There's just no way around that. But because we want these to be different and more specific than the generic events that go over the bus, we just kind of have to. Sucks, but I don't have a better idea yet. So this needs to be character event, let's say. Well, does it be no, we want this to be a struct. This has the event type, and then this is where the interface comes in. We have data or payload. Let's call this one. And this is an interface. And I guess we're in the character package, so let's just call you event. So in our character manager, well, actually, here, this should be room occupant change. I think this will tell us everything we need to know about this event. From here, we can build the character notification as part of this one, right? So up here, we get our room change data out. We need that as well. Can we get out just occupants room data? But yes, okay. We can get away because we put the room data in there. So here, how's the recent code progress been? Also, what does this code do? This is the code that, so events get dispatched into the game manager. It decides based on the game event which ones are synchronous and asynchronous, right? Either way, they wind up getting passed out to the things that have said, hey, game manager, I know how to handle this type of event. Right now, only one thing can handle a specific type of event. So either it's synchronous and then it just fires it off straight away, or other way around. If it's asynchronous and it just fires it off straight away, or it's synchronous and it does it in order, and we still need to go fix that order-wise. But then it comes into the handler. Here, this is the character manager, which resolves these IDs that are just UUIDs for the characters into pointers, and then calls the function that says, this is how a character behaves when we do these things. The character needs to be able to dispatch information to whatever is listening to its events, if there is anything. If that's a client, then it needs to get passed over to the client. Client needs to decide how to notify its individual client that is attached to. Or if it's like an NPC handler, which doesn't exist yet, we'll still need to be able to make decisions about how do we handle this event, right? Like if we're an enemy and we see a character enter our room, we need to be able to listen to that event, and then that'll fire off, an action, like an attack or something. That's the current thinking. And it's a little more convoluted than I would like, but it kind of just has to be. And I haven't had any better ideas yet. So in here, we need to do our event. And this is actually going to be after this now, because it's not going to be notify event. This is going to be enter event, which is a room occupant change. Topic is the character in question. This is topic ID. Sorry, no. Because we resolved them. This is a topic character. No. You. And actually, this has to happen after here too, because we have to get our... We need to resolve all these guys real quick. Character. Empty list. Append you. Yes, we still do that for humans. Server car. So we have to go through that. This becomes observers. Room data is our room change data. Then topic car. Send you the enter event. And then and actually we need to fix this, but we'll do that in just a second. For the observers, notify enter event. Okay, here what we should actually do is, instead of making this, we go car list, and we give you by event occupant IDs. That gets rid of all this. If this is greater than 0, we know we had some in there. What we're going to do is say and we're going to probably make it a warning. Says character with ID of listed as observer for enter event, but is not active. And then this is missing. Okay, so the character manager is a receiver of events. Yes, it simply processes the event and is further sent to terminal handler. I might have botched this in my head. More or less, yes. The terminal handler is kind of not correct. It passes it to the client handler. Client handler handles the communication between whatever is connected to the WebSocket or whatever's listening, essentially. It's just a Go channel. So it eventually winds up in the client once it goes over the wire again. But it doesn't actually have to go to a client. It's anything that can subscribe to the notification channel. Okay, so that wires that back up. Now, this. We don't need this anymore because our event is a room occupant change. This is no longer, it's just topic now. We should do the ID of both of them. Oh, I've been neglecting you, Marco. I'm sorry. A bit busy. Asking for a friend having zigzags until it's a scribble. Zigzag 2. I'm going with 2. Client handler needs more monads. I don't even know what a monad is. Monad is just the thing that functional programming guys say right before I fall asleep. That's all I know about monads. Networking stuff. I gotta. Oh yeah. Kind of networking stuff. I mean, more just. It's just a generic way to attach something to a character, right? Be that a client or, like like an NPC handler. We don't have one of those yet. I need to add one. But just anything that can listen to that channel's event stream, more or less. That way, we can use character and its state machine and everything we build up around character and character manager for getting those events routed. We can use all of that over again, is my hope. So that a player character and an NPC character hopefully are the same thing. And hopefully that makes it easier. And we can have like a generic go routine for a specific kind of enemy, maybe. I'll have to figure out that a little bit. Yeah. This room data location. Okay, so if we put all that back, notify, we need to do, instead of this, it's actually just an event now. So up here, we need to send the event notification channel. We need to switch to events. We need to fix our creator here, our constructor. Also to event, okay. And then, so here, we're in enter, right? Yes, good. Instead of enter event, which doesn't even exist anymore, here's where we need to build. And this needs to still live in the client handler, which is where we got to before we realized that we were shooting ourselves in the foot. So we still need to do this. This is still to do, but do this, fill the fields. This is a character enter event. This is event. Now we wire that up like that. And we'll move this here in a second. We just need to get everything correct for this. Room exit, notify exit. We already moved this over. We don't need this guy. And in fact, all of this. We just need this to be an event. Not an event. It's a room occupant change. We probably should. Because here we set room data location. Because exit gets fired first, we should probably say if this is RID, our current room info, we just clear you. Like so. Okay. This needs to go live in client handler for this part, but this, we need to do the same thing we've done here, more or less. Your character exit, though. And then yeah, I think that's fine. And then over here, we need to wire that up. In fact, we're going to basically do occupant IDs, yeah. Same deal there. Oops, did I just kill? I did. Killed one too many lines. Or nil that. Okay, so I'm missing one. Yes. Topic character is still that. This needs to be. If I exit, the rest of this is all the same. Okay. But this, the character exits. That's a typo. Let's fix that real quick while we're here. Fix that. Okay. That handles those guys from this part. We'll move that in a minute. We're going to fix some tests, but that's okay. Room look. What do we need for a room look? We have occupants. We have a room data in here. I guess we just do our room look struct. Does that make any sense? The room data will have the long description populated in this case. It doesn't for an enter where it just fires off the short description. It won't have a message either. But being that this is a very generic struct for a very generic event, this really gives us everything we care about. What if we just made this... Oops. What if we made this a room event? And then we could use the same creature. This will all go into the Hutchmedilio. And we'd end up just doing pretty much the same thing we did for notify exit. Except this would be character look. Or wait, no, it's a look event. I should fix that name. Within a minute. So that would still give us our event, which I think I'm okay with. We just need to do the same thing here where topic is our dude that's doing the looking. That's still fine. We just can't give him the notify event. We need to do... Do I want to do this here? I want to do this in here. And actually I can just do this block here. I'm going to do the same exact thing. And then we go... And we are going to try to switch on the event type, but we'll get around to that in a minute. This, we just want to make sure. We actually don't have anything for the observers to do in this one. We just need to create... what were we calling you? Okay, we called you enter event there. We probably we'll call you look event is an event. Fill the fields. Do we really use character notify? And we did, yeah, we did. Okay. It's because when we build the result, so the look event gets issued to game manager, who sends it over to the map, because that's where we need to pull this information from. And it fires back this notification. That's why. Okay. This doesn't need to be a look event. This needs to, or an event. This needs to be a room event. This is the topic, but the topic character, which is actually just char in this case. Room occupants is observers. Room data is notify event dot data. Or rather, that like so, and then look event. We put you in there, shove you into the channel. Perfect. Okay. This over here, we just call notify. This needs to be... This needs to be a different creature. We'll just call you event for now. And we'll do hook this up to some stuff. Okay. So that squares that away. We're missing one more thing. Squares away from this side of things anyway. We will go fix our test before we get too crazy. What am I missing? What is still not oh, here you are. Listen to events. Because you need to be... You need to return a channel for events. There we go. You will need to fix, but this we'll do first. And then this. Oh, we just called notify directly here. Okay, I see. Okay. Do this for now. What is your type if we're in here? Notify character is your type if we're in here. And your payload is the event data. This event. We're just going to either log that you can't handle it or trust that you can, right? Okay. Which is kind of why I wanted to not do this, but oops. Forgot to mute that. Ah, someone has subscribed to me on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hope if you're still here. If not, I hope you get your thanks. Okay. So that squared away there. Why can't we? Oh, right. Okay. Because you are a character notify over here. So handle character look. This is for looking at a character. So character event target. We can't. Well, we can. We're going to. What else do we need in here? We do need data in here, but this should really get moved into the character itself. But for now, we'll keep it the same. Target.look source. Yeah, okay. Source.notify. I guess that's why we didn't pull it in. It's kind of, it could really be either one. How do we want to do this? For now, I think this is a string. Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, add this to state to do. For now, a string is going to be fine. I would like this to be generic enough to use for different types of character things that happen, though. just do that for now, though. And then here, can still be a notify event. That's fine. Not that. Character event. Fill the fields. Target is target. Data is... This doesn't return an error, so we can put you down here. Yeah, to do move or character over the character. And then... right. That will shadow. We already used look. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fill the fields. Not character enter, character look. Payload. It's this fella. Bop, bop, bop. Bop. Like so. Check a comma there. Now we're happy. And then we notify already, so that's good. I think that gets us back to... Nope, I missed one. It's handler. We can put that off for just a second. I think this gets us back to compiling as far as the character testing part goes. This will break... Wait, character... Yeah, this. This into events. This needs to be not a character notify, but event. Like so. That'll fix that up. This is the only place I believe where we're using it just now. These both become... Oh, no, sorry. Not room event. Event. They'll have room event in them, that's for sure. Test room data. Our expected notify data will not be a character notified. Room event in them, that's for sure. Test room data. Our expected notify data. Apparently Twitch fell over completely. It's supposed to reconnect. Hopefully we're back in action. A network issue is all it says. That's annoying. But only for a second, so I don't know why everything died. Yeah, we will push on through the pain. Okay, so. Hopefully everything is back and happy. Double check. YouTube seems okay-ish for now. Twitch. Okay. This is the list of characters, and this will have stationary character in it. This will fix that now that we've replaced it. that should fix this up, because that's the only place we're using that. This is kind of what's driving this refinement, is the test writing, right? We need to go to character test itself, though. Do have some stuff in here. Test message needs to be an event, fill the fields. We actually don't care about what this is, just that we get it out again. So we can do just note of a character. Let's use a room event for now. Oops. Ah, right. This can't be. Just fill in. Just a little bit of stuff. Cannot use character, blah, 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 as the type character. Valid indirect. What? Oh, duh. Getting sleepy, apparently. We don't need any occupants. We can do some test data here. And then room exits. You smack giant right at the quarterstaff for 4 damage. Yes. This guy has mudded. Those can be nil, that's fine. Now, how's it going today, Friar John? We can use this same test object to simplify our lives a little bit. Because this is mostly just about the nuts and bolts of the notification machinery. So it's not really super important that what its data has, just that it be real data, well, data of the right shape. Now this, on the other hand, we have some test room data. This is character exit. It is a room event. We have a target character and a test character. Perfect. So our topic can be SCHAR. Believe we need address of, because you're just, yes, you're a manually created kind of dude. Target char. Same deal. We grab your address. Room data is our test room data now. Like so. Perfect. Good luck with this project. I used to play Major Mud back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Friar John was my first character, a dwarven cleric. Nice. Gotta love a good cleric. These test events. Oh, right. This is room event because we're testing the notify. Duh. We can just do this. But yeah, appreciate you. Absolutely. This needs to be test room. Oop. This needs to be test room event because we will need a test event. Like so. Or not a test event, but a expected event. This will be character exit. Payload is test room event. And then we make you expected events. I don't believe we need that anymore. Okay. We're going to grab this. Because for self-exit, we need the same data here, except we don't have any occupants. He went like so, and then same deal here. We need to create that expected event in order to compare it like so. We need to do a similar one for the inter bits and pieces here. This, that, 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 but up here, I can still grab you. Doop-a-doop, this, like so. That, this just needs to be enter. And then we'll grab this again because target char. Yes, okay. I might have flipped those guys around, but that's fine. We'll fix it here in a second if we need to. Same deal happens here. You don't exist anymore. You're an event now. Grab this. Swap it in here. That. This is enter now again. Okay, perfect. I believe we can run these. Okay, excellent. Only two failures. Listen to events. What happened in listen to receiving from closed channel? Ah, we need to check this. We need to do a event. Default value still. We just need to set the correct one. Let's fix this one. Perfect. And then this one we're missing something. Topic. Occupants. Invalid output from stationary character. Should be the same. Da, 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 da. They sure look an awful lot like the same. Handle character enter. Character enter payload, enter payload, enter payload, enter payload. Location didn't get. We wanted location nil. We don't, but wanted, expected, are expected. Room events. Room data is empty. It should not be. This should be test room data. Right? Expected room info. Right, yeah, because this is what gets put into the character object. So that fixes all that. All right, fantastic. This gets us back on track. Let's do a commit here. It would help if I was in the directory. Let's do status, Carafence, yes. Refactor, character, event, methods, and notification stuff again. Characters need special events with pointers. Okay, let's push that up. Now. The client handler. We need to fix that up. So, listen and forward events, we still get our event channel out of. We drop into our loop where we start forwarding things on. As soon as we pull an event message out of the channel, this is where we need to start doing stuff. And we pulled these over already. Perfect, perfect. Let's close all this down real quick. Should be fine for now. So, event message dot event type is what we're going to want to do. We need to build a protocol dot message. And what if we did this? And then we drop into here. If this is Gucci 2 exits first up on the list. And I almost want to pull these out. Build exit message, let's just say. And this takes a room event, right? And returns me protocol message. So if you're to do this, then this would all come up here. We need to do that still eventually. Kicking that can down the road a little bit. This still comes down, or still comes over rather. We still have a buffer. This needs to be... We'd have to make you a game client. To do that. This would be event topic.id still. You move. Otherwise, event topic first name leaves. This becomes room data dot message. Leave update is still this. We still do byte buffer. We return that. This we say character exits. Then why are you unhappy? Because no default. Yeah. Equals client dot build exit message. This is event message dot payload. We have to type a search though. We need to do this. You need to be a character dot room event. If this is okay, we just do that. Life is good. Else, bop, bop, bop. We need to do here too. We'll log an error the same way we have been. I just don't think there's a better way to do this for this section. I hate type asserting over and over again, but it'd be what it'd be. But we can grab this still and reuse it. This is, however, at message dot payload, like so. And then we end up needing to send notification message, specifically pointer to. Why do we do a pointer here? What if I just did a sneaky not pointer? I'm changing things and I shouldn't be. But while we're here, you know, I don't think there's a reason you should be a pointer. Otherwise we do that and we continue, we don't return. Default here is we do a warning, let's say, and it says valid vacation event type of, and this is the event type string. Make sure Maybe not invalid, but unhandled, let's say. Like so. Like that a little better. We need the same thing. Pardon me. We need to build a enter. This will look similar in a lot of ways, but we're gonna grab. Oh, it's character manager. I was like, oh no, I got rid of it. Exit has been moved. Enter needs to come over now. All of our commented out. I'm going to copy this for just a hot second. This is going to be this, and this is going to be uncommented. We're going to return the enter update. Okay. Now, we need to do these checks here. We already have it to do there. Okay, perfect. We can just get rid of all this. That's fine. Because we want to filter this at the manager or the character level before we send it over to be notified. This is only things that get sent to our friend, the client. Event topic ID is not equal to dot character ID. Then we write, we build a string for topic to first name enters room data dot message. Otherwise, we do the short description. Short description, and then we build the exits, which is not room data, right? Yeah. This is client.character.current room info exits. No, why not? Because you take a list. Well, crap. We definitely still want this. I think we can just do this. Except we can't do that because these are ordered. Crap. It's not the end of the world. It's just not great. We put the room data in here. Yeah, we can use this still. Okay. Exits. Perfect. Done. Easy enough. Okay. Get that in there. Meow. How much chaos and mayhem have I caused for my client handler tests? Let's get these guys collapsed down so we can have a little bit of sanity. There's a collapse keybind, but it's recursive, and I don't want to recursively collapse every single block, just the headers, or there's the top level rather. And there's no keybind for that I'm aware of. JetBrains, if by some miracle you're listening, please fix. Not seeing a whole lot of red squiggly happening over here though. So let's just run it and see what happens. Because this would pipe things, notifications to the client, yeah, that would be really hard to test. So I probably didn't, because it's kind of simple. Or it was kind of simple, I should say. We've kind of complicated it now, but we also kind of had to, right? Let's do a quick test of all the things and see if I'm forgetting anything that needed to be given a little bit of love here. And if this comes back clean, we'll do a race test really quick. And then if that comes back clean, we'll run this manually to make sure everything's still working. Taking a suspiciously long time. Like I said, it had to rebuild everything. Yeah, there it goes. It's starting to come back. Okay, perfect. All of that is very happy. It's been a slow night. No one's mentioned Rust yet. How else would I get kicked today, right? Well, you just mentioned Rust just now, so... It's just been us going C++ guys. How's your automated AutoCAD going? Russ mentioned that. Let's see here. Oh, you silly. There you go. Just for you. Go right there. There we go. Okay. Okay, tests are coming back. Good, good. All right, everything's good. Okay. Let's do a quick actually we'll do the manual test before we do commit. Let's go ahead and run a client. Whoop. Little screened me. Launch the server. All my C++ projects ended with segmentation fault, PTSD. Nice. Let's see here. Let's double check our output. I think we're good. Okay. Log in our foo man. Oh, well, that didn't work. We didn't hook up notify character. That's okay. East worked. And if we were to... We need to hook up notification, but... We log in bar, and we go east. We also don't see him enter. What happened there? Oh, I forgot to wire it up, I bet you. Okay, that's okay. Let's go ahead and exit you. We can minimize you. We're not making changes there. Exit you. Kill the server. Silly me, I got way ahead of myself. I looked at tests, and then I didn't come over back here. Build, exit, build, enter. We did that part. Listen and forward. We didn't do. Case. Character, enter. Payload. Okay. Event message. Payload. Character.room event. This should actually be all of the same as the above. It's just build enter message instead. Pop 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 pop. Foo has entered the realm, right? Bar entered as well too. Got 6 more days to figure it out. So far, I've just been writing, rotating cubes, and drawing zigzag lines so far. You could say I'm gonna be auto fired. Nice. Let's take a quick. We need to hook up character. Give us notify character. That's what we sent for the other things, right? Except for it's in care manager right now. We need to move that, but things are in flux at the moment. Care notify character event data. Notify this event. This is a string right now. So what we can do is we can make sure that this is a string. We'll do the same thing here for the else, except for that and notify character. Oh no, I think we need to do that still. This we do is it's a game update. It's text. Payload for now. Oh, do not string, but that, like so. Let's run this again because our clients are still running. Let's see here. Why didn't you get... Oh, because... Keep forgetting that we need to hear we need to switch on the type on this one because it actually gets rid of this, which is nice at least. What were we doing before? room look? We need to set this back up. Still a room event. Still returns a protocol message. Just needs to be all this lovely stuff instead. Whoomp. We need to pull this over and leave ourselves this to do. Check if we can actually. We need to do filter occupants sent to listen to notify subscriber to make sure that we can see them, etc. Okay. This room data long description, that's still good. We still have our line brick dealio occupants. The client.character.id this isn't occupant ID anymore. These are occupants. We don't need to do that anymore. We still need that. We still do a look on them. Except that, crap. It's not exported as it should not be. Look is async though. Do look. Why do you take a tag list? Oh right, yeah, we don't do that because we don't wait. It's not a two-way message bus, right? Meow. Nor do we really want it to be. So we can't do that. Get other car info. It's just a matter of how I want this to be handled. This might be why we need a new thing. Or we could export look in some way, shape, or form. Question is, do we want to do that? What currently uses look? Only this. And actually, we don't even. Okay, this isn't correct at a fundamental level, because we don't actually want to use look on this. This is just. This actually needs to be a different thing entirely. We were just using look because it was convenient over there. This is kind of janky, but it's just a placeholder. To do this is a janky placeholder. We need a character glance type function to use here. We don't want the full Monty look to happen. Thanks for streaming. Gotta head to sleep before VS Code starts highlighting me as a problem. Yeah, no problem, Marco. You have yourself a great night. Sleep well. We'll catch you on the flip side. See, did I close everything there? Why are you mad at me? Continue. Because we had an extra one sneak in there somewhere. That's why. Now, this is event dot room data exits. We still build the exit list. Room look is that. Return that. Okay. Let's get that going. Just for right meow. Okay, and that is over here. We need to do build room look message. We feed you the payload. Perfect. Okay. Except for this is notification message is equal to the result of this. Let's restart the server here right quick. Get you in here. Look is still not correct though. Why is look not correct? The execution type configured for event type notify character. That's game event creator. Unhandled notification type look event. Ah. Yes, exit. Did I just confuse myself already? Handle character look. Ah, this is incorrect. We can still use this, but we need to do a look event. That's this. We need to type a search you. You'll look basically the same as this. We'll use this still. Oops. All that is still good, except for this is... Okay. Use all that. This, however... So our notify character, this shouldn't be room event though. This should be character event. And right now, has a target and a string. I think we can simplify this down a little bit in the future, but let's just get it working for now. This becomes the same thing, except for instead of payload, it's payload.data. Hopefully now I've got all my events connected finally. Look, okay, perfect. That worked. I think I had a... Okay, we did get our greeting message. If I move east, then I move, and I see a move, and I see the exits. Perfect. Great. Oh my gosh. Bar, please. There we go. Log you in. If I move you to the east as well, get over there, we go. Then we see bar enter. Perfect. Okay. Now if I was to look at bar, there is no bar here because I didn't capitalize it. I don't have a character look coming in though. Unhandled notification event type character look. Okay. I guess I could do quick. Back to the east. This didn't show me the occupants. We'll need to look at that. But bar is okay, bar does leave, okay. So character look, something I missed. Character look different than room look? Yes. Yes, indeed. Character look. Ah! I forgot I changed it. Okay, that's fine. This is why I wanted to avoid having all these different event types and all this asserting. It's kind of a mess, but we'll try to clean it up. Okay, so we can grab this. Notify character, because we split you here. Here. If you're a string. You get up there. And then we're done with that. We just need a whole new case for, not this case, but... And then you were a character look. Okay, perfect. We'll get rid of that for just 1 second. We'll steal from ourselves. Not a room event, but a character event. I don't know where I got myself so confused. Just a data, right? Meow. Get our error case so that we make sure to log it. Okay. Wrong place. Up here, please. This is a character look. Not room data. Oh, I need to fix all these real quick. This needs to be character event. You need to be just a string. This isn't a game events room data. This is a character. Bleh. Room events. Same deal here. And here, wait, we have 3 of you? Character exit, character enter, look. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. Oops. Let's rerun that server. Okay, perfect. Oops, not create. Clicky, clicky. Okay, bar enters. There. That's better. But if we move away to the east and come back to the west, we need to make sure that it says occupants. Bar is a gigantic half ogre warrior. I accept that. Let's exit you. And let's do a quick commit here as well. Let's stop server. Move the formatting of the client output to the client handler. Okay, perfect. Okay. My brain is getting crispy. It's been a long day. But let's do, when we enter a room, this is going to be in character. No. So this is where our event falls apart, because we have the characters, which we do need those. But occupants is character. Either I think Fu would be either a bard or a thief. Because Fu is like the most generic, start of your generic names, I think he has to be a human fighter. This is where we get into trouble with this. Ah, I know what to do. We need... So, I don't think we want to run this through the event system, because it already is when we're in this point, right? But we need to solve it's not here. It's in the room look. We actually want to pull the occupants out, right? The list of characters, and it's going to return us string. For now, it can return that just so it'll compile. All of this comes into here. Oh, you'd have to do that though. I'm okay with that, I think. We can make another buffer for you, I suppose. And then this would be occupants. Ooh, except for then, seems silly to make you a method. I think most of you actually need to be moved out unless we're actually using... This is the only piece we're actually using this for. If we did that... that would help some. So here, as soon as we solve this, we solve the other issue. And then when we enter, we do all this great stuff before exits. Short description, exit text. But also here, we had a line break for sure. We had a line break here as well, because in here, add, actually we just call it write string, field occupant text. My ID is client.character.id, and then event.room occupants. Perfect. And then here we can just say if len occupants is less than, less than 1, turn empty string. Ooh, no, we can't do that because this has line spacing implications. So we actually need to do it here. So we do a line break, and then we say if dot room occupants, len is greater than 0, then we do this great stuff. Like so. And we do the same thing here. We say if len event dot room occupants greater than 0. That, but also field occupant text, character ID, room occupants. And with our jankiness, this should still work though. I believe. We need to fix it, but it'll solve some of this trubs. Lost the ability to type, apparently. Here we go. East, twice just for funsies. Get Bar to join the party here. He goes east 1 time, and then I come back west. Yes, you move to the west. You see my very interesting tile. Following people are here. Barman. Exits leading. The places. Perfect. Fantastic. Let's do a commit for that. We're done with that for now. We're done with that for now. Done with that for now. And we do show occupant list when you enter a room if there are friends to play with. We'll push that up. Okay, fantastic. And that will take us to the end of the 2 hours, which is what I am doing right meow for a stream. So thank you to everybody who joined us. I appreciate you. Appreciate the great chats. If you'd like to see more of this nonsense, I do this starting again on Friday. For now, my schedule's a little bit in flux because I just got a new job. So for now, Friday. Love to see you again. It'll be at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, if that means anything to you. If not, show up at this time, but 2 hours ago, wherever you are in the world, and I should be here as well. That'll be easy for you there. Twitch, you guys have a lovely schedule. You can check. Oops, I keep updated. Social links, all that good stuff on my website, all over my channel descriptions. Join me there if you so choose. Discord, all of the medias. But yeah. Congrats on your role. Thanks. It's not a software role, it just pays the bills, but hey, it pays the bills, right? So it's fantastic for that at least. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on Friday.